The rise and fall of Brittany Renner needs to be studied at universities. How do you go from a video vixen who was in very high demand, now to a baby mama who's dodged an NBA player, PJ Washington, and also who took a man from his wife and only stayed married for 52 days. And that is after changing religions, your entire wardrobe and your entire lifestyle to be with this man, and it only lasted 52 days. How did you lose two multimillionaires? Two of them. One, you had his baby. The other one, you were his wife, and you lost them both. Still complaining? This goes to show all these ladies out here who think that they're just too cute for the program. You think that you were just too pretty to live in reality. Brittany Renner is an unruly woman. There's so many women out here in this community, or in America, honestly, this Western mindset of thinking, oh, I'm just the baddest chick ever. People need to mold themselves around me instead of me adapting to the way the world is. We got a video from O'Shea Duke Jackson. I'm done talking. Well, for right now, let's get right into it.
It's been so hard rebuilding my life financially. It's like I have double the responsibility, not really half the help.
About 10 to 11 years ago, Brittany Renner was on top. She was like one of the first IG models, former soccer player, very beautiful. You know, she had everything that everybody liked, mixed race, nice body, and a spunky attitude. And this got her into a lot of opportunities with men.
The worst people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, you could just fuck an athlete. They're really dumb.
See, already calling. Do women understand that they look crazy when they call the men that they have slept with and had babies by dumb? If you're saying that this man is the worst of the worst because you just can't possibly be the victim, you just can't possibly say, you know what, our relationship didn't work out. It has to be this man did something wrong to me. Women are never the issue when something doesn't work out. I just want to point that out. I'm sure you already know. I just wanted to point that out again. How can you say that these men are dumb, but they got you? They got you. These dumb men were able to convince you to pull the wool over your eyes and get your body. So what does that make you then? If you're saying that these men are so dumb, what does that make you? You got nothing out of the deal. Mind you, she's talking about financial hardship. She gets $6,000 a month. $6,000 a month in child support. $72,000 a year. And you're telling me you can't make that work? You can't make that work.
I don't like talking about my history with men I'm dating, I guess until now, because most of the guys that I've dealt with are gonna have more money than you. And you're gonna feel a way about it. I know the male ego is fragile, like the ball sack that hangs in between your legs.
But then she said that she was getting thoughted out.
And who really has the more fragile ego? Who really has it? Men who live in reality, who understand that like they're probably a 4 or 5, they're just average men. Men take pride in being average Joes. What do women do? Oh, I'm a 10. I'm a 13. What'd you bring to the table? I am the table. So who really has the fragile ego? Men can take it when you call us ugly or when you call us whatever it is. Y'all lose your mind. Ladies, if a man doesn't give you the highest of the high compliments, and even when he does give you compliments, y'all still don't know how to take a compliment. Who is really... Man, let's keep on going with the video.
Clapped up by everybody with a condom or no condom. And even though she was saying that athletes were stupid, they were smart enough to get the cheeks from her with not that much effort. So that went from her calling athletes stupid to actually her saying this.
That came from a lack of self-worth. I did not understand my value that I was born with. I didn't. And I gave... Again.
Now, all of a sudden, she knows her worth. This is after she had the baby by PJ Washington And then we already know what happened after that. Then there was Kevin Gates. That's right. She joined the Pookie version of Islam, which is not the real one, but you know, she was there doing stuff the dusty way because Kevin Gates was largely still legally married. And then, so that brought her to this new guy by the name of Director X, which is this guy, Rashad Scroggins, Director X17. Now, what's important to note is that he was the guy helping her develop her podcast. He was saying how he was going to be a good stepfather to her son and all of this. And then we started to understand that that wasn't working out because she stopped posting him. She removed all the tags from their relationships. And then we started seeing shots.
Every time. I left every time. I don't waste time. I don't care how public, like even the last guy I was with, I don't care how public we are. I don't care what we talked about, what we did. If you met my son, bye. And I actually saw something that guy from Fresh and Fit, Myron. First of all, Myron, okay.
She has nothing to say to Myron. Myron Gaines from Fresh and Fit. She has nothing to say to him because everything he said was factually correct. When you hit women with facts and they know they can't beat it, they short circuit. They got to reboot. They got to reboot the system. They got to figure out what's going on. How is this man beating me? I thought I was the prize. I thought I was the most amazing thing since pockets on jeans. How is he hitting me with all these facts and I have no rebuttal? So what they do, they go and they say that you're gay or that you hate women, or they hit you with just some insults because they can never rebut facts. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all, men. First of all, I will advise you not even to get into any type of argument with a woman at all. Just walk away. Just walk away, because 9 times out of 10 she's saying something goofy. 9 times out of 10, damn it, she's saying something silly. Why you want to get caught up in that mess? This is what I advise you to do. Okay? Just stick to the facts. Stick to the facts and stay calm. Don't let her hijack the conversation and try to lead it where she wants to go. A lot of men mess up because they be trying to follow the what she's talking about. You're not gonna win because she's not talking about anything. She's leading you in a forest or a desert of nothingness. I find it funny that she said this guy, this director, the last guy that she was with, he said, I'm gonna take you in, make you a wife, a real wife, and be a great stepdad to your son. So this man saying this, why this is how I know he didn't do anything wrong, because if he honestly did something wrong, that would have been the first thing Brittany Renner said. That would have been the first thing she said, because women love being victims. She would have come up here and said, this man cheated me out of money, he stole from me, he did that, but she didn't say that. If she's gonna call him a goofball or a loser or whatever she just called him, she would 100% run to the internet to say that he did something to her and that she didn't deserve it, and that's why she had to leave. Especially when it came to defending herself and a rebuttal for Myron Gaines, but she didn't say any of that.
Now, after this happened, you know, she was in the club twerking, booty bouncing, and everything like that. And then Myron Gaines actually weighed in, you know, kind of on her life. They were having a little bit of back and forth, but he said something that was important.
And the fact that you were famous, had money, and had access to these men, and you still weren't able to retain them is even more embarrassing because you had access to them.
But there was this clip going around that I actually didn't get. And Brittany Renner said the following.
Yeah, I recently moved to Mississippi because I was in LA and was dating a bozo, moved to Atlanta with him, and then left the bozo because he was a bozo. Okay. And moved back to Mississippi. So that's kind of where I've been since. And my goal is to move back to LA, of course.
So that was a shot at the guy, but then
it's like I have double the responsibility, not really half the help. That's okay. God sees all.
So Brittany Renner is largely broke.
Give me a break, man. Give me a break. Women, oh my goodness, love to make it seem like they have to do everything on their own. I got all this and I don't really have help. You do have help. Cat's out of the bag, ladies. because the internet is so small, because of all this social media, everybody can see everything. Everybody knows everything. Now we can see if this man is a deadbeat or not, and he is not. You are the deadbeat. You are the one that keeps uprooting your child and moving to all these different places because you don't have stability. And this is one of the main reasons why single fathers do an exponentially better job at raising children than single mothers do, because we offer structure and protection and discipline. Those three things right there, majority of women do not offer. Did I say all? No, but majority of women do not offer that. And then you wonder why our kids are out here shooting up schools and doing just the most debaucherous things, because they're being raised majority primarily by their mothers, because they want to play games. You can't come see the kid today. You can't come see little Johnny this weekend because I know it's your weekend, but we just not going to be here. Well, I don't want him around your new girlfriend. We all know that these are things. I know they're stereotypes, but stereotypes come from real situations. But the courts, they don't care. The courts do not give a damn, because as long as they're getting their percentage of that child support, that's just free money from their eyes. Yeah, to get the money to the mom. Go ahead, give it. We don't care. We don't give a fuck. We don't care. They say they're doing what's best at the best interest of the child, but every single report says that the man does better. But they continue to give the children to the mom. The same women who are, when you look at the stats and the studies, this factual stuff right here, women are the same people that are the biggest perpetrators and biggest, what's the word I'm looking for? Assaulters of children and the elderly. Both demographics that cannot protect themselves. Women are the biggest assaulters of those people, not men. But we label men like we're the crazy ones. They need to be asking kids, would you rather be in the woods with your mom or a bear? That's what they need to be asking. Would you rather be in the woods with a bear or in your mother's womb? Because last time I checked, I did a little research, right? I'm long-winded today. I did a little research. In like 2024, I think men committed, I think it's 32. I can't remember the number. I just looked this up the other day. Let's just say 32,000. I know it wasn't more than that. 32,000 murders, right? Women had over 1 million. So we're talking about who's taking the most lives. Women have men beat by a landslide. If this was a football game, this would be an absolute blowout. This would be an absolute blowout. Men's 32,000, which by the way are still terrible. I'm not trying to sugarcoat this. It's still terrible. They still did terrible things. But if we're talking about who's morally sound in this nation, in this world of today, what is 100% men. Women are the only ones killing kids at 1 million babies. It was actually 1 million plus per year. But we're the scary ones. Y'all are scared to be in the woods with us. I would rather be in the woods with a bear than in the womb of a woman in today's modern society.
Now, I don't want to really laugh at what's going on with her, because hey, it's kind of hard for a lot of people right now, especially in the social media influencer business. YouTubers can have it hard right now because things are changing a lot. It's getting a little bit better, but everybody is suffering, right? And so when you're like Brittany Renner and you look at all the followers that she has, it's like in the millions. And typically she's making money off of brand sponsorships. But brand sponsorships, guys, are probably one of the worst ways to make money. And the reason why is because when you have a brand sponsorship, typically it pays like, after 90 days, 60 to 90 days. And there are so many people right now doing brand sponsorships. I mean, you actually have AI Instagram models now, which is cutting into people like Brittany Renner's cash. And then obviously when you've been looking good for so long and guys been, let's say flying you out or giving you more opportunities, you don't have that ability. And the reason why we know that she doesn't have that ability is because she was with Rashad Scroggins publicly, a guy who had less than 20,000 followers. So he doesn't have any money. So that means you just can't get back to the place that you were. And a lot of what she's trying to do now is blame the situation on everybody else. She's doing all this stuff. It's the guy's fault. it's the ex's fault. She ain't taking no stuff from nobody. And you know, largely when I hear that, I start to think about so many women in the Black community that are like fed up and have that particular mindset. And they largely forget that life is about what everybody else wants, not about what you want. I know it's easy to say she should be accountable, and that's simple, and that's actually true. But there is one thing about being accountable and understanding that the market is changing every day. And then you being upset with somebody doesn't mean that you actually have value. That's something we all gotta do. We all gotta adjust to the market climate to get what we want. And I see this with so many ladies in the Black community. They get frustrated, they get upset, they forget what the professional sector wants. And that means, listen, you need to do X, Y, and Z to sustain in this business. To keep a man, you need to do X, Y, and Z to sustain in this business. And typically what you find out from women who have problems with men, they have a problem a lot of times in their careers too. Very rarely do you see somebody that is giving somebody what they want in the career and then take a different aspect and not delivering what they want at home. Now, you do have successful Black women for sure, right? But the people who can manage both understand that you gotta make somebody else happy. And Brittany Renner doesn't wanna make another mate happy. She doesn't wanna make anybody happy. And this is exactly why nobody can work with her. It's the same thing with Amanda Seales. We can say that Amanda Seales is a feminist. She don't like Black men. She's way.
Listen, Brittany Renner she really isn't special. Her mindset is just like a lot of women in the Western world. It is. They don't care about the man. They don't care about what anybody wants. They don't care about adapting or becoming better versions of themselves. They want what they want, and they will do anything. This woman changed religions. She's walking around in the hijab, got this carpet and curtains wrapped all around her face and body, just to just to get a man. Like, what are we talking about, man? She didn't do the mental work. All she did was change the fabric on her body, and that's it.
Way to the left. I mean, that's largely probably true for some guys. I don't necessarily think she's as strong as a feminist as she was before, but the reality is that Amanda Seales can't get along with anybody. Black men, Black women, industries. She largely wants to do whatever she wants to do. And it's the same case that Brittany Renner's having. No foundational structure, crashing out, doing extremely terrible in life, and doesn't understand that the world does not revolve around you. It revolves around what somebody else wants. And if you're not gonna give that to the person, you're gonna be broke. So now where does it leave you? It takes you back where you started from. You had to move back home because you don't have money. You're living with your son, okay, and your mom. And then guess what? Here's what's also going on. Your ex PJ Washington just signed a new contract in Dallas. He has a new wife. They're doing extremely well. And guess who's not doing well? It's you. And I hate to be like this, but I see this so many times, guys. Press 1 in the comments if you're a Black man, you have baby mama, you had an ex-wife, and they kind of have this Brittany Renner attitude, and they get to see everybody that they had a problem with succeed while they're on a decline. And they're always mad at somebody. You know, she'll be mad at director X17, she'll be mad at PJ Washington, and imagine you being the guy that inherits all of that animosity for no reason. And I think that she's probably a cool girl. I talked to Kevin Samuels right after the interview, and he's like, yeah, man, she's actually a nice person. She didn't even charge me anything. I do believe that she's probably a good person. She's so broken infrastructurally wise that after a certain time, those flaws just come out. She's been abused too much. And there is no way at this age that she could ever realize that, you know what? I'm the problem and I need some level of help. I mean, it just can't happen. You know, you can invest all your time into her and all you want, and she's just gonna have that issue. And a lot of women in the Black community that I talk to, that I see online, they're having this same exact problem, which is, this is what I want from the world, and the world needs to give it to me exactly like this. And even if I fall down, it's okay, I'll get it back. But you can't get it back if you're not doing the right things now. You have to adjust. If you want the kind of man you want in the dating market, you gotta adjust. You want the kind of business you want, you gotta adjust, okay? Because if everything worked the way we wanted it, don't you think we would already have it?
I don't know. The only thing I can say is another one bites the dust. Brittany Renner was not the first, and she definitely will not be the last. And actually, her story is going to be the story of a lot of ladies coming up behind her. Especially women that are already in their late 20s and early 30s. Come on, man. Y'all better start listening. Y'all better start listening to these men, because they are not playing around. They're going overseas, but majority of them have just stopped dating altogether. They have just stopped dating altogether. But guys, that's it for today's video. If you haven't done so, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that hype. If you want another good video, click this one on your left. If you want a great one, click this on your right, and I will see you on another one.